Hey, Out Science here. What on earth are these people doing, and why am I showing you a bunch of lunatics performing some new age breathing techniques? Well, maybe they're not as crazy as you might think. In fact, these people happen to be performing something called the Wim Hof Method. Today you will find out what they're doing, why they're doing it, who the crazy founder of this method is, how it works, and how you can start doing this yourself. Let's just start off with the introduction of this incredible, crazy, superhuman, lunatic man himself who founded this method. The man calls himself Wim Hof, and he's now known for more than 20 insane records worldwide. Did I say insane? Oh, good, because some of his records are running a marathon in sandals above the Arctic Circle while only wearing shorts, officially swimming 66 meters under ice with one single breath, hanging on one finger at an altitude of 2 kilometers, climbing the highest mountains on this earth in shorts, and running a full marathon in a desert without drinking water. Because of his achievements, Wim Hof has managed to get quite a large following in a very short period of time. So let's break it down. How does it work and what are the benefits? Here's how it works. You preferably do this the first thing in the morning, right after waking up. You either sit or lay in a comfortable position, and you make sure that you can expand your lungs freely without feeling any constrictions. You now start doing 30 power breaths where you take deep breaths and breathe out through the mouth in short but powerful bursts. It doesn't matter if you breathe in through the nose or mouth, just get it in. After about 20 or so power breaths, you may start feeling symptoms such as lightheadedness or tingling sensations in the body. If you're not comfortable with this, then you can stop the breathing exercise early, if you please. After the power breaths, you want to take one last deep breath and breathe out all the air and hold your breath from this point on as long as you are comfortable with. You will notice that you can hold this breath for a much longer time than you normally would be able to. When you feel like you cannot hold your breath any longer, simply take one deep recovery breath and hold this breath for about 20 seconds and then breathe normally again. This is one set of the breathing exercise, and you want to do about 2 or 3 sets. It's often recommended to recover a little bit between each set just to make sure that you feel good and okay. A bonus thing you can do would be to perform some type of physical exercise such as stretching or doing push-ups after breathing and while you're holding your breath. Make sure that you keep track on how long you can hold your breath, since it will be fun to track your progress and how much you're improving. Alright, here comes the shocker. The Wim Hof method involves exposing yourself to the cold after you have done the breathing exercises. So if you're new to cold exposure, then you can start off by ending your warm shower with 15 to 30 seconds of cold water and then gradually increasing your exposure. It's important to note that you should never practice the Wim Hof method while doing something that can put you or others in danger, such as while swimming, driving, or taking a bath. This is because there is a small chance that you will push yourself too hard and then lose control of your body. Okay, let's dig a little deeper to see what happens inside the body so that we can better understand just how amazing the benefits are. Let's start off with the breathing. Why is it important? Well, when you do the breathing exercise, you deplete carbon dioxide from your body and you supercharge your body with oxygen. This will make your blood's pH value go up, which will make you a lot more resistant to pain. Since we are depleting the carbon dioxide that is needed by our bodies in order to properly utilize oxygen, it will make our body have more oxygen, but it will be less available to the cells. This will trigger a fight or flight response in our body, which makes our body produce a bunch of hormones such as adrenaline and noradrenaline. This is absolutely nuts because it makes us able to control something that we should not be able to, which is the autonomic nervous system. What's even crazier is that people have been able to produce more adrenaline with the Wim Hof method than a person who's about to perform a bungee jump. The breath holding part is a crucial component because when we breathe out and we hold our breath, we are letting our body slowly build up the missing carbon dioxide again, which will help our cells use the oxygen and bring us back to our normal state again. It is actually the carbon dioxide levels in our body that makes us want to breathe and not the oxygen. That is why a lot of people hyperventilate right before they dive into deep water, because they can then hold their breath for far longer. This is definitely not something that I recommend anyone doing, because there is always the potential risk of detecting the urge to breathe when it's too late. Now, because the oxygen is less available, your body will try to adapt to these low oxygen levels. That is, it will adapt you to environments where the air is low in oxygen, such as locations with high altitudes. This is why a group of people doing the Wim Hof method were capable of climbing mountains in record time without any prior training. People with no training would normally have to climb mountains over several days to get accustomed to the low oxygen levels and to prevent acute mountain sickness. But this was not as much of a problem for the people who performed the Wim Hof method. Okay, so the breathing part is good and stuff, but why on earth would I willingly take a cold shower? Well, cold exposure has actually been practiced for several thousands of years and has a bunch of benefits, but just to name a few, you will get stronger willpower, reduced stress, increased energy and alertness, increased testosterone and fertility, improved circulation, and much more. I could go on forever about the benefits of the Wim Hof Method, but let's make this short. What can you expect from doing this? Well, trust me, you can definitely expect that it will wake you up. It will also strengthen your veins and arteries, give you a stronger and more effective immune system, give you a big boost in mood and mental focus, reduce inflammations, accelerate muscle recovery, boost your cardiovascular system, relieve or eliminate depression symptoms, and there seems to be promising scientific research of positive effects from people with autoimmune diseases and other illnesses. There is still much research to be done, but it's pretty obvious at this point that the Wim Hof Method is here to stay and that it has some pretty significant positive effects on our bodies and our well-being. That's it for this video. Make sure you stick around by gently tapping that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.